Alex tightened the straps of his backpack as he walked down the quiet street. The evening air was cool, carrying the faint scent of rain that had fallen earlier. He had been looking forward to this evening for days. Lena had mentioned that she wanted to spend some time together, just the two of them, and Alex had cleared his schedule to make it special. He reached her house, a small, cozy place with ivy climbing the walls and warm lights glowing from the windows. He took a deep breath, feeling a mixture of excitement and nerves. His heart thumped faster. He had visited Lena many times, but something about tonight felt different, though he couldn't put his finger on it. Alex raised his hand to knock, but before he could, the door swung open. Standing there was not Lena, but her mother, Dr. Mara. She was tall, her posture straight and commanding, her eyes sharp but not unkind. Her expression was serious, almost measured. "Alex," she said, her voice calm but firm. "We need to talk." Alex blinked, caught off guard. Sure," he stammered. "About Lena?" Dr. Mara stepped aside, motioning for him to enter. Alex hesitated a moment, then walked into the house. The warm air of the living room smelled faintly of tea and books. He noticed small, unusual things: a sleek device humming quietly on a side table, a wall panel with blinking lights, and framed photographs that didn't look quite like ordinary family pictures. "Alex," Dr. Mara said, leading him down a hallway, "what I'm about to show you is unusual. It's important that you stay calm and open-minded." Alex swallowed nervously, but followed. They entered a room at the end of the hall. As the door slid open, he froze. The room was unlike anything he had seen before. Panels of glowing screens covered the walls. Strange, sleek machines hummed softly, displaying images of stars, planets, and unknown celestial bodies. A holographic map of the galaxy floated in the center, spinning slowly, showing countless star systems. Alex's jaw dropped. Is this a lab?" he whispered. Dr. Mara nodded. "Yes, but not an ordinary one. What you see here is part of a program that prepares humans for exploration, beyond Earth, beyond our solar system." Alex stared, trying to process her words. "You mean space travel?" "Yes," Mara said, "but not just regular missions. This is about humanity's first true step toward the stars. And Lena, she's part of it." Alex felt his chest tighten. "Lena? But why didn't she tell me?" Dr. Mara gave a small, understanding smile. "She wanted to, but the program requires focus and secrecy. And now, Alex, we need to know something about you. Humanity isn't just about technology or strength. It's about creativity, courage, and heart. We need to see if you qualify." Alex blinked. "Qualify? For what?" Mara gestured toward the holographic map. "For this, for being part of what humans can achieve when they rise to challenges that no other species could. Humanity has a unique spark, Alex. It's something we need to test, even in ordinary people. And that's why you are here." Alex took a step back. You want me to join some kind of space program? But I'm just me. I don't know if I can." "You can," Mara interrupted gently. "That's what we're going to see." She pressed a button on a nearby panel. Suddenly, the room transformed. The holographic map expanded to fill the walls, showing simulations of planets, strange creatures in faraway ecosystems, and scenarios that seemed impossible to Alex. "This," Mara said, "is a simulation. It's not dangerous, but it will test your instincts, your creativity, and your ability to adapt. Everything humans have achieved has come from those traits. If you pass, you may have a chance to contribute to something extraordinary." Alex swallowed, feeling a mix of fear and excitement. He had always loved science fiction and dreamed of space travel, but never imagined it could be real. And now, He was standing in a room that looked like it had come straight out of one of those dreams. Mara handed him a small device. This will guide you. Follow the instructions, make decisions, and remember, no matter what happens, the goal is to think like a human. That is what makes you special. Alex nodded, taking the device with trembling hands. The holographic simulation activated, creating a vivid landscape around him. He was no longer in the room. He was standing on a rocky planet with two suns setting on the horizon. Strange, iridescent plants swayed in a gentle breeze, and in the distance, a shimmering city glowed. Your task, Mara's voice echoed in the simulation, is to navigate the planet, solve challenges, and ensure the survival of your team. You will meet obstacles that require more than strength. You will need your mind and your heart. Alex took a cautious step forward. The ground beneath him felt real. The wind brushed his face. It was incredible. He felt like he had stepped into another world. The first challenge appeared, a broken bridge over a glowing river. On the other side, he saw objects he would need to continue, tools, supplies, and a data terminal. Alex looked around. There was a narrow ledge he could balance on, or he could try to construct a makeshift bridge using materials nearby. He thought carefully. Humans had always solved problems creatively, he remembered. He scanned the area, finding a few large, sturdy rocks. Using them, he built a stable path across the river. Step by step, he crossed safely, feeling a surge of pride. Good, Mara's voice said. Your decision shows resourcefulness. That is a trait humans excel at. Keep going. Alex moved deeper into the simulation. Each challenge tested him differently, interpreting alien symbols, repairing a malfunctioning device, and calming a frightened robotic companion. Each time he remembered something he had learned in everyday life, to stay calm under pressure, to think logically, and to trust his instincts. Hours seemed to pass in minutes. Alex's mind raced, but he felt more alive than ever. He realized that being human wasn't about having superpowers or technology. It was about the ability to imagine, adapt, and connect. Finally, the simulation presented its last challenge. A vast canyon split the landscape. On the other side was a strange, glowing orb, the key to completing the simulation. The only way across was a narrow, winding path with shifting stones. It required balance, courage, and careful timing. Alex took a deep breath. He remembered Lena's words when they had gone hiking together. Take it one step at a time, trust yourself, and enjoy the view. With that in mind, he focused, placing one foot carefully in front of the other. The stones shifted under his weight, but he adjusted, moving steadily. Halfway across, he stumbled but didn't fall. He took another deep breath and continued. Finally, he reached the orb. It hovered for a moment, then projected a message. Humanity thrives on creativity, courage, and heart. You have passed. Alex felt a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. He was back in the lab room. The holographic landscape disappeared, leaving him standing before Dr. Mara. She smiled warmly. Congratulations, Alex. You have shown what humans are capable of. Lena will be proud. And this is only the beginning. Alex looked around the room, at the glowing panels and maps, at the possibilities that stretched out beyond Earth. He realized that a simple visit to see his girlfriend had turned into something far greater than he had ever imagined. Humanity had given him this chance, and he was ready to rise to it. Dr. Mara placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Remember, Alex, humans are remarkable. And now, you are part of that story. Alex nodded, feeling a spark of determination he had never known before. Whatever came next, he would face it with courage, creativity, and heart, the very traits that made humans uniquely human. and as he waited for Lena to arrive, he couldn't help but smile. This was not just a visit. It was the beginning of a journey that would take him further than he had ever dreamed, to the stars and beyond. Alex couldn't stop thinking about what had happened in the simulation, the way the holographic landscape had felt real, the way he had solved problems, and the message at the end, "You have passed," still echoed in his mind. It was like his ordinary life had shifted into something extraordinary overnight. He paced the room, trying to process everything. Dr. Mara watched him quietly, as if she already knew the storm of thoughts passing through his mind. "Alex," she said softly, "I know this is a lot to take in. You didn't just pass a test. You proved that you have the qualities that make humans special." Alex shook his head. "I don't understand. Lena, she's part of this? And you've been testing me?" Dr. Mara nodded. "Yes. Lena has been training for something very important, something that goes beyond what ordinary humans can do. And we need to know if the people close to her, like you, have the same resilience, creativity, and courage." Alex's stomach twisted. "So, this isn't just about space travel? It's something bigger?" "Yes," Mara replied. "Much bigger. Humanity is on the brink of a challenge that could determine our place in the galaxy. There are worlds out there, strange, uncharted, and full of possibilities. And we need humans who can think, adapt, and act when the unexpected happens." Alex felt a mix of awe and fear. He had always dreamed about the stars, but he had never imagined humanity's survival might one day depend on people like him. Mara motioned for him to follow. She led him down another corridor, past walls lined with screens showing distant planets, swirling galaxies, and intricate star maps. Alex noticed a door slightly ajar. Inside, he caught a glimpse of Lena, focused, calm, and operating a console that seemed far beyond anything he had seen. "Alex," Mara said, "she's been preparing for this moment. And now, so are you." Alex swallowed. "Preparing for what?" Mara smiled faintly. "For the opportunity to show what humans can do. To prove that our creativity, empathy, and courage are unmatched. To make a mark on the galaxy." Alex looked at Lena. She glanced up, noticing him, and her expression softened. She didn't say anything yet, letting him process the moment, but there was a quiet understanding in her eyes. "You've done well in the simulation," Lena finally said, walking over. "But this is real life, and the choices you make now matter, not just to you, but to everyone who might follow." Alex felt the weight of her words. "Lena, I want to help. But I don't even know where to start." "You start by believing in yourself," Lena said. "Humans have done incredible things without knowing if they could. That's what makes us extraordinary, and that's why your role matters." Dr. Mara guided Alex to a new station. The console displayed a network of star systems, each connected by glowing paths. Small symbols flickered across the map: planets, research outposts, and potential mission targets. "This," Mara said, "is the first stage of preparation. You will learn about alien worlds, ecosystems, and technologies. But more importantly, you will learn how humans solve problems that no one else could." Alex leaned in, fascinated. He studied the holographic planets, noting the diversity of climates, landscapes, and strange patterns that seemed almost alive. He could see why humans would need creativity and adaptability. There was no guidebook for these worlds. No one had ever been there before. "Your first task," Mara continued, "is to analyze this planet." She selected a glowing sphere, revealing a planet with swirling green oceans, jagged mountain ranges, and glowing flora that covered much of its surface. Alex examined the details carefully. He noticed that the flora seemed to interact with the environment, glowing brighter in areas of sunlight, dimming in shadows, almost like it was communicating. "Interesting," Alex said. "It's almost alive in a way, like it responds to changes in its surroundings." "Exactly," Mara said. "Humans can notice patterns, make connections, and use creativity to solve problems. That's what aliens cannot always do." "That is why we study humans for exploration. Your insight is valuable." Alex felt a sense of pride. He had never considered that everyday observation, noticing patterns in the world, could be so important. Humans' ability to adapt, imagine, and connect was a strength unlike any other. Over the next several hours, Alex learned more than he had ever imagined possible. He studied alien languages, experimented with environmental manipulation, and explored complex simulations of planetary ecosystems. He realized that every decision, no matter how small, could ripple outward in unexpected ways. A wrong choice might harm an ecosystem. A clever solution might unlock a new understanding. Through it all, Lena stayed by his side, offering quiet guidance, but never doing the work for him. She believed in his abilities, and that belief helped him push past moments of doubt. "Alex," Lena said during a break, "do you see it? Humans aren't the strongest or the fastest species in the galaxy, but our minds and our hearts give us an edge. We can think in ways no one else can. We can imagine solutions, adapt to the unknown, and care about consequences." Alex nodded. I think I'm starting to understand. It's not about being perfect. It's about being human." "Exactly," Lena said, smiling. "And now you're beginning to realize your potential." As the evening progressed, Dr. Mara guided Alex to the final test of the day. A large holographic display showed a scenario: a city on an alien planet, surrounded by a strange mist that interfered with communication and energy systems. The inhabitants, robotic assistants, were malfunctioning. Alex's task was to restore order and find a way to stabilize the city. Alex studied the scenario carefully. He noticed patterns in the robot's behavior, deduced which systems were critical, and experimented with creative solutions. He redirected energy flows, adjusted environmental controls, and even used the alien flora to help generate clean energy. Step by step, the city stabilized. Dr. Mara watched with approval. "Well done, Alex. You have shown not only intelligence, but resilience and creativity. These are what make humans remarkable. Your actions today prove that you have the potential to contribute to the greatest human adventure, exploring the stars." Alex felt a rush of excitement and awe. He had never thought of himself as extraordinary. Yet here he was, navigating challenges that felt more real than anything in his daily life. He realized that being human was not about being perfect. It was about using every part of himself to adapt, create, and persevere. Lena placed a hand on his arm. "You see, Alex, humans have something no one else has: the ability to rise to challenges, to care, and to imagine possibilities. That is what makes us unique." Alex smiled, feeling a surge of confidence. For the first time, he felt that he could face whatever lay ahead, whether it was in the simulations, in training, or in the vast unknown of space. Dr. Mara stepped back. "Tomorrow you will begin real-world preparation. You will learn how to operate spacecraft, manage resources, and work as part of a team. But today, remember this: your creativity, courage, and heart are what define you. That is what makes humans capable of achieving greatness." Alex nodded, feeling a mix of pride and anticipation. He had started the evening expecting a simple visit with Lena. Instead, he had stepped into a world where humans' potential was celebrated, challenged, and expanded. And now he understood that Lena's mother had not been testing him to intimidate or judge. She had been preparing him for something extraordinary. As the night drew to a close, Alex and Lena walked outside, looking up at the stars. The sky seemed larger, deeper, and more inviting than ever before. Alex felt a sense of wonder he had never experienced, a recognition that humans had a role to play far beyond Earth. "Alex," Lena said softly, "this is just the beginning. There's so much more to learn and so many possibilities." "Are you ready?" Alex looked at the vast sky, felt the cool night air on his face, and smiled. "Yes, I'm ready. Whatever comes next, we'll face it together." And in that moment, Alex realized that the universe was not something to fear. It was a canvas for human creativity, courage, and heart. A place where ordinary people could do extraordinary things. A place where humans could shine. And he was ready to take the first step. The next morning, the sunlight spilled through the large windows of Dr. Mara's lab, casting patterns across the polished floor. Alex woke with a mixture of excitement and nerves. The previous day had been more than he could have imagined. He had passed the simulation, learned about alien worlds, and discovered the depth of human potential. But today, he knew, would test him in a new way. In real life. Not just in a virtual world. Lena was waiting for him in the lab, her hair pulled back and her expression serious but warm. She handed him a tablet displaying a complex star map. "Today," she said, "you begin your actual preparation for the mission. You'll work with equipment, navigation systems, and team simulations. It's closer to the real thing." Alex nodded. His heart beat faster. Everything they had done before had been theoretical, in simulations. Now it was real training, and yet a small voice of doubt lingered in his mind. Could he truly handle the responsibility of contributing to something so important, something that could shape humanity's future? Dr. Mara entered the room, her presence commanding yet reassuring. "Alex, Lena, the first step is to learn teamwork under pressure. Humanity's greatest achievements have always been collaborative. This will test not only your skills, but your ability to work together." The lab transformed once again. Holographic screens rose around them, projecting a detailed simulation of a space station orbiting a distant planet. Inside the station, systems were malfunctioning due to an unexpected solar storm. Power grids flickered, communication channels jammed, and critical equipment threatened to shut down. Alex took a deep breath. "So, we fix it?" he asked, trying to keep his voice steady. Lena smiled. "Not just fix it. We need to figure out how to adapt when things go wrong. Think like humans. Observe, analyze, create solutions. That's our strength." The simulation began. Alex and Lena split tasks. Lena focused on the power systems, while Alex analyzed communication and navigation. At first, it was overwhelming. The alerts flashed constantly, and each system seemed interconnected in ways he didn't fully understand. "Stay calm," Lena said, noticing his hesitation. "We can solve this. Look for patterns, not just problems." Alex nodded, forcing himself to focus. He remembered the lessons from the previous day. Observe carefully, test solutions, and use creativity. Slowly, he identified the cause of the communication failures, interference from the solar storm's energy waves. Using the tools in the simulation, he rerouted signals through alternate channels, restoring partial communication. "Good," Lena said, her eyes sparkling. "Now, let's see if we can stabilize the navigation system." Alex studied the star maps and planetary positions. The storm had disrupted automatic controls, and the station was slowly drifting off course. Normally, automated systems would correct it, but with the main control offline, they had to improvise. Alex suggested using a combination of manual thruster adjustments and gravitational assists from the nearby moon. Lena agreed, and together they coordinated the procedure. Step by step, the station regained stability. The alarms quieted, the lights steadied, and the systems returned to normal. Alex felt a surge of pride. He had done it, not alone, but as part of a team. And he had proven, to himself at least, that humans could solve problems that seemed impossible. Dr. Mara appeared on the console, her holographic image smiling. "Well done. You have demonstrated not just technical skill, but creativity, teamwork, and adaptability. This is exactly what makes humans remarkable. You have taken the first step toward contributing to humanity's next great adventure." Alex felt a rush of excitement and relief. For the first time, he truly believed he could make a difference. And he realized that humans' greatest strength wasn't just technology or intelligence, it was their ability to think, adapt, and care. After the simulation, Alex and Lena took a break. They walked outside the lab, which opened onto a small garden filled with alien flora being studied for terraforming purposes. The glowing plants swayed gently, casting soft light across the path. "Alex," Lena said quietly, "there's something we need to discuss. The mission, it's not like a normal trip. It could take years, maybe decades. You'll be far from Earth, and once we leave, there's no going back for a long time." Alex's stomach tightened. I understand, but I've made it this far. I've passed the tests. I want to help humanity. I want to be part of this." Lena looked at him, her expression softening. "I know, and I want you there too. But it's not just about skill. It's about the choice. Are you willing to leave everything behind for the unknown? For humanity's future?" Alex paused, thinking. He thought about his friends, his family, and the life he had always known. And yet, he also thought about the stars, the unknown worlds, and the chance to contribute to something greater than himself. Humanity had always overcome challenges through courage, ingenuity, and heart. He could not ignore the call. I'm ready," he said finally, determination shining in his eyes. "I want to do this, for humanity. And with you." Lena smiled, relief and pride mixing in her expression. "Then we'll do it together. And remember, Alex, being human means using our creativity and heart to face challenges we don't fully understand yet. That's how we survive and thrive." Dr. Mara guided them back to the lab. "The next phase begins tomorrow. You'll train with equipment, learn to manage resources, and practice long-term missions. Every step is designed to prepare you for the reality of interstellar exploration." Alex spent the rest of the day learning the intricate systems of spacecraft navigation, life support, and resource management. At first, it was overwhelming. There were so many details to remember, so many procedures to follow. But with Lena's guidance and his own growing confidence, he quickly adapted. He realized something profound. Humans were not defined by perfection, but by their ability to adapt, think critically, and work together. Every challenge was an opportunity to learn, every problem a chance to demonstrate ingenuity, and every decision had meaning. As night fell, Alex and Lena stepped outside again, looking at the stars. The sky seemed deeper, richer, and more inviting than ever before. Alex felt a sense of wonder he had never experienced. The stars were no longer distant, untouchable points of light. They were destinations, possibilities, and challenges waiting for humanity to rise. "Alex," Lena said softly, "tomorrow the real preparation begins. But tonight, just enjoy this moment. Remember why we do this. Humanity is capable of amazing things, and we are about to show it." Alex nodded, feeling a surge of determination. He had made his choice. He would embrace the unknown, take risks, and contribute to humanity's future. And he would do it with Lena by his side. The night air was cool and calm. Alex felt the weight of responsibility, yes, but also the thrill of possibility. Humans had always faced challenges that seemed impossible. From the first steps on Earth to the first flights in the sky, humanity had proven again and again that ingenuity, courage, and heart could overcome the greatest obstacles. And now, Alex would be part of the next great chapter. As he looked at Lena, standing beside him under the infinite sky, he realized that this was more than a mission. It was a chance to define what it meant to be human, to explore, to adapt, and to rise above limits. "Tomorrow," Alex said, smiling, "we take the next step, together." Lena nodded. Together. And in that moment, the stars above seemed to shine a little brighter, as if welcoming two humans ready to take their place among them. The journey ahead was unknown, full of challenges and wonders. But Alex knew this. Humans were capable of greatness, and he was ready to prove it. With that thought, he felt a surge of excitement, a mixture of nervousness and determination. Whatever lay ahead, he would face it with creativity, courage, and heart, the traits that had always defined humanity. And so the choice had been made. Alex was no longer just an ordinary young man visiting his girlfriend. He was a human ready to step into the unknown, ready to rise to challenges that would test every skill, every instinct, and every ounce of ingenuity he possessed. The stars were waiting, and humanity would shine. The day of the launch arrived faster than Alex had imagined. The sky above the training facility was clear, the sunlight glinting off the sleek hull of the spacecraft that would take humanity's first crew beyond the solar system. Alex and Lena stood at the edge of the launch platform, staring at the massive vessel, its engines silent but brimming with potential. Alex felt a strange mixture of excitement, pride, and nervousness. He had trained for months, learned countless systems, solved problem after problem, and proven that humans could rise to the challenges of space. But standing here, seeing the real spacecraft that would carry them to the stars, he realized just how real everything had become. Dr. Mara approached, her expression calm but proud. "Alex, Lena, today you become part of something greater than yourselves. You've demonstrated creativity, courage, and heart. Humanity has always thrived because of these qualities. Today you carry them beyond Earth." Alex nodded, swallowing the lump in his throat. He looked at Lena, whose hand rested reassuringly on his arm. "We're ready," she said softly. "We've trained, we've learned, and now we step forward. Together." The crew members gathered around them. Scientists, engineers, and explorers, each selected for their ingenuity and resilience. Some were strangers, some had trained alongside Alex and Lena, but all shared one goal, to show that humans could explore and thrive in the galaxy. The final countdown began. Alex's heart raced, but he reminded himself of everything he had learned. Stay calm, think critically, and trust in human ingenuity. 10, 9, 8, he glanced at Lena, who gave him a small, confident smile. He felt a surge of determination. Whatever challenges awaited them in the stars, they would face them together, as humans had always faced challenges, with creativity, courage, and heart. 3, 2, 1, ignition! The engines roared to life, sending vibrations through the platform. Alex felt the force pressing him back into his seat as the spacecraft lifted smoothly into the sky. Earth fell away beneath them, the blue planet shrinking into the distance. Inside the cabin, the crew worked seamlessly. Alex monitored life support systems, navigation arrays, and energy flow. Lena coordinated the mission schedule, ensuring that every task was completed efficiently. The training had prepared them for this. But nothing compared to the sensation of being in space, seeing the stars up close, and knowing they were venturing where no human had gone before. Hours passed as the spacecraft accelerated toward the first checkpoint beyond the solar system. Alex marveled at the view through the observation window. Stars stretched in every direction, galaxies swirling in colors he had never imagined. The universe was vast, infinite, and full of possibilities. "Look at that," Alex whispered, unable to contain his awe. "It's beautiful." Lena stood beside him. "It is, and it's ours to explore. Humans have always looked up and wondered. Now we get to go." As they traveled, the crew encountered unexpected challenges. A micrometeorite cloud passed through their path, causing minor fluctuations in navigation systems. Alex quickly assessed the situation, recalculated trajectories, and adjusted shields to protect the vessel. The crew followed his guidance, working together to overcome the obstacle. Dr. Mara's voice came over the communication system, calm and encouraging. "Well done, Alex. That was a test of ingenuity and teamwork. Humanity thrives because we can adapt to the unknown. Today, you've proven that once again." Alex smiled, feeling a warm sense of pride. Humanity had always faced challenges, from the first civilizations building shelters to explorers crossing oceans and inventors reaching for the skies. Now they were facing the greatest challenge yet, the stars. And humans, with all their creativity and heart, were ready. As days turned into weeks, the crew continued their journey. They practiced complex maneuvers, studied new celestial bodies, and tested experimental technology designed for deep space exploration. Every obstacle became an opportunity to learn, every decision a testament to human ingenuity. Alex found himself thinking about Earth, his family, friends, and the life he had left behind. But he also realized that humanity's story was bigger than any one person. Every step they took, every solution they discovered was a continuation of human achievement. And now, he was part of it. One evening, while observing a distant nebula, Alex reflected on how far humans had come. They had turned imagination into reality, curiosity into discovery, and courage into action. And that was the true power of humanity, the ability to face the unknown, adapt, and thrive. Lena joined him, looking at the same nebula. "Do you see it?" she asked softly. "Every human before us has reached further, dreamed bigger, and imagined possibilities. And now we're doing the same. We're continuing the story." Alex nodded. "I see it, and I'm proud to be part of it. Humanity really can do anything." Days later, the crew approached the first star system beyond their solar neighborhood. They scanned the planets, analyzing atmospheres, climates, and potential for colonization. Some were inhospitable, others full of strange beauty. But every discovery reminded Alex of what humans were capable of: observation, innovation, and hope. Suddenly, a new challenge arose. A massive storm on a nearby planet threatened to disrupt communication and energy grids for an automated research outpost. The crew had to act quickly to stabilize the systems and prevent damage. Alex and Lena coordinated the operation, using everything they had learned in training. Alex recalibrated sensors, rerouted energy, and guided robotic systems to adjust to the storm's patterns. Lena monitored progress, anticipating potential problems and offering solutions. Step by step, the team stabilized the outpost. Alarms ceased, lights returned to normal, and data streams flowed steadily. The crew breathed a collective sigh of relief. Dr. Mara's voice came over the comm system once more. "Exceptional work, everyone. Alex, Lena, your leadership and human ingenuity have once again demonstrated what humans can achieve. Remember this: every challenge we overcome is a step forward for humanity." Alex smiled, feeling a profound sense of accomplishment. He realized that humans were not defined by perfection, but by their ability to think, adapt, and care. Every obstacle was an opportunity, every problem a chance to shine. As the spacecraft continued its journey, Alex and Lena often spent quiet moments together, observing the stars and reflecting on their place in the universe. They talked about the future, about exploration, discovery, and the responsibility humans carried as they expanded into the galaxy. "Do you ever think about what humanity will become?" Alex asked one evening, staring at the endless expanse. "All the time," Lena replied. "But I also know this. Humans will always thrive because of our creativity, courage, and heart. That's what sets us apart. That's why we can do what others cannot." Alex nodded, feeling a deep sense of purpose. They were not just traveling through space, they were representing humanity itself, its potential, resilience, and spirit. Weeks turned into months, and the crew made historic discoveries. They identified new planets with ecosystems that could one day support life, studied stars that illuminated the universe in brilliant ways, and developed technologies that pushed the limits of human understanding. Each success was celebrated, a testament to what humans could achieve when they combined intellect, imagination, and determination. Finally, after months of travel and discovery, the spacecraft reached the edge of a distant star system. Alex stood at the observation window, looking at a planet bathed in soft blue light, its surface dotted with green patches that hinted at life-sustaining potential. "This is it," Lena said, standing beside him. "This is where we can make a real difference. Humanity can grow here, explore here, thrive here." Alex nodded, feeling a sense of awe and responsibility. "We made it, and this is only the beginning." Dr. Mara's voice came over the comm system one last time. "Alex, Lena, humanity's first steps into this star system are historic. You've demonstrated what it means to be human: courage, creativity, and heart. Take pride in this moment. Humanity shines because of you." Alex and Lena shared a quiet smile, knowing that they had not just completed a mission, they had become part of humanity's story of exploration and triumph. The stars stretched endlessly before them, full of challenges and wonders, and humans were ready. As the spacecraft descended toward the new planet, Alex felt a surge of excitement and hope. They were pioneers, not just for themselves, but for all of humanity. Every calculation, every decision, every creative solution had led to this moment. And as they prepared to step onto the planet's surface, Alex realized the truth that had guided him since the beginning. Humans were capable of greatness because they could imagine, adapt, and care. That was their power. That was their spark. And now, humanity's journey among the stars had truly begun.